that's not the thing you want to talk about bailing out.
Yeah.
The country club. The first thing he says is the country club.
It's just his law bars and like it's just his law club. The small businesses. It's just his law club. Like it says, his law business just small businesses. Just small businesses, like Republic Country Club. The small businesses, like restaurants and bars. The small businesses like nail salons and barber shops and movie theaters and dress shops and hardware stores.
I understand what a small business is.
Small businesses that are right now putting up the sign saying closed for coronavirus. Now those emergency loans are designed to be given with the condition that they keep their employees on payroll. A lot of these small business...
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Ricky.
Why? So why they have to show up and do a job where there's no work for them?
Hey, Michael, Tiffany. What's up, guys?
Payroll at the movie theater. Well, no
How's it
one's going
going?
to the movies. Do they still have to go to work? Why are we giving money to a capitalist to give money to someone else? Why don't we just give it straight to him? We know I'm right about this.
They want to keep their employees on payroll, but they don't have the cash.
Yeah, that's why you have unemployment insurance.
What's up,
You
Kepper?
have unemployment
That's
insurance.
nice.
And then
Hey,
you
Phil.
give this cash payment on top of that, and the employees
Hey, Nick.
are okay during a crisis.
Night's going great.
Under the terms of this bill, those loans are forgiven if.
And then and they're saying these loans, those loans are
Kepper, I really don't give a fuck about the video.
meaning it's free money. It's not a loan. It means the government's
No offense, Kepper. I'm a little busy right now. Ah, okay. Watching a little Jimmy Dore. Yeah, me too. Had some rice and soup tonight for dinner. Actually, rice is pretty filling. I gave some to the dog. You know, I was like, yeah, can feed the dog with this stuff too. You know. It's almost top of the hour. Time to smoke it up. Oh, he's talking about Nancy Pelosi.
the House addressing the biggest crisis we've ever faced in our country. Yeah, I'm going to say this is probably the biggest one ever. People would, I wasn't around during World War II, maybe people would argue with me on that one. But nobody was bombing us during World War II. It was all happening over there.
Good afternoon. 10 years ago today, on March 23, 2010, President Obama signed the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act into law. On that proud day, we took a monumental step forward for the health and financial security of the American people. We expanded new health coverage to 20 million people and delivered better coverage to more
What's
than
with that
150
fucking
million
creepy
Americans
smile on her
with health
face?
insurance through their employer.
And we left out 30 million Americans, and 80 million Americans are underinsured. So
I don't
plus
understand
the
what
poor
she's
people,
fucking
can't
smiling
afford to
about.
pay their
Goddamn,
deductibles,
people are
so
fucking
basically didn't
dying.
change their life whatsoever, which is why Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump. She's not going to tell you that.
We passed the Affordable Care Act because we believe that in the United States of America, healthcare must be a right, not a privilege. The late Senator Ted Kennedy made
You know, you guys had a chance to do that. You had a chance when you had complete control of the House, a filibuster-proof Senate, and Barack Obama was in the White House. The Democrats controlled all of
Running low on
government.
pizza, I
You
think.
could have made healthcare
No
a
law
right.
regarding
You
cannabis.
didn't.
Cannabis is a tis for all. Cheers, everybody. Smoke along with me.
You had a chance to do that. You didn't.
that belief the fight of his life. Thanks to the leadership of President Barack Obama, who is dedicated, knowledgeable, strategic, and determined to succeed. Thanks to the clear vision of our committee chair.
They're still going around going, gosh, yeah, Barack Obama is a fast. First of all, she talks like Carol Channing.
Very talented Broadway actor.
Very tough, but she can't speak. Nancy Pelosi can't speak.
Crafting the legislation and the deep courage of members of Congress.
She sounds drunk.
Thanks to outside mobilization of patient advocacy
Hey,
groups,
hey,
nuns on the bar.
It's like she's Foster Brooks. This is a joke. This is your leader. This is your fucking leader. Does she give you confidence? She can't even speak.
I agree,
And
Dee
she's
Dee.
reading it.
She's a fucking. This one right here is a cunt.
March of None, Protect Our Care,
Mark,
lobbyists,
Brennan, Jason.
and others. The Affordable Care Act stands today among the great pillars of American health and
Thank you,
financial
Kathy.
security. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and the Affordable Care Act. Now we find ourselves in the depths of one of the most serious health and economic emergencies our nation has ever faced. The protections of the Affordable Care Act are more important now than ever. But right now, in the middle of the coronavirus, the Trump administration is in court suing to tear down the entire Affordable Care Act. Every last protection and benefit.
Which is why we are pushing for Medicare for all? To expand Medicare to include everyone? No.
If President Trump succeeds in striking down the ACA in court, gone is the ban on insurers putting limits on your health care. Gone are guaranteed essential health benefits and free preventive services. Gone are young people staying on
Gone.
their parents' insurance until age 26.
Gone.
Gone is the health
Gone.
insurance of 20
Gone.
million Americans. And gone are the
Gone.
life-saving protections for more than 130 million Americans with pre-existing conditions. Today, therefore, I'm calling on President Trump to abandon his lawsuit seeking to strike down the Affordable Care Act. Instead, the president should urge the 14 states who have refused to expand Medicaid to do so.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Vermont.
Last Thursday,
Hey,
Pope
Scott.
Francis offered the world this prayer. Enlighten those responsible for the common good so that they might
A
know how
prayer.
to care for those entrusted to their responsibility.
Yeah, your little fucking
Today,
prayer's gonna
House
help.
Democrats are
You
unveiling
dumb
a Take
fucking slut.
Responsibility for Workers and Families Act.
Fucking money
A
slut.
bill that takes responsibility for the health, wages, and well-being of America's workers. Democrats take responsibility for our workers. We require that any corporation that takes taxpayer dollars must protect their workers'
a
wages
fucking
and
cunt.
benefits, not
I hate her.
CEO pay, stock buybacks, or layoffs.
And you know,
The
AOC.
state
Oh,
and
she's the
employment
queen
can
of the
chase
Democratic
the
Democratic
average
Party.
wages
I
of our
lost so
workers
much
who are
respect for
losing their
AOC when
jobs
she said
and
that on
hours.
The View.
For our small businesses,
Oh, she's
we provide
Nancy
fast
Pelosi.
food
She's the queen
with
of the
grants and
Democratic
loans
Party.
to tide them through this crisis. For our doctors, nurses,
Fucking
healthcare
AOC.
workers, and first responders.
This is an inspiring speech, isn't it? She barely could read it. It's like she's doing a chant in church or something. This is her rousing speech to the troops to let everybody know it's going to be okay. She can barely talk. Joe Biden is demented. She can barely talk. This is your Democratic Party.
Sounds like her teeth are falling out of her mouth when she
Responders
talks.
in hospitals and other health institutions who provide desperately needed funds.
You could
to
hear
care
the
for
fucking
those who are sick and to
spittle
ensure
inside her fucking mouth.
That's really needed funds.
It's
And we
fucking
ensure those that are sick, and
disgusting.
we are going to make this bill to going to get, and we're going to work for the workers and work for the people and work for the people and work for the workers and the thing and the stuff. And we have to get the bill. And Barack Obama was so great. This
Hey,
is
Todd.
your speech.
Our providers have personal protective equipment, PPE, that they need. We protect our healthcare workers by requiring the administration to enforce our stronger OSHA.
Honest to God, did Nancy Pelosi have a stroke and she didn't tell anybody? Because that's how she talks.
You guys think
You know,
anything
they
I
did
should
that.
say in a
They slowed down
super
the
chat
video
and
to
Jimmy
make it
Dore?
sound drunk.
Let me know.
So I played that
You
video.
come up with a good enough super chat, I'll
I
spring
thought it
for
was
it.
the slow down version. It wasn't. That's how bad she talks. This is unbelievable.
Protections. For our families, we give direct payments to America's families in a robust way and strengthen the child tax credits and the earned income tax credit. We give more workers the security of guaranteed paid family and medical leave, including those caring for our seniors.
Does she have marbles in her mouth? Does she have marbles in her mouth? Does no one in the Democratic Party have normal shame? You're not ashamed that this is your leader? You're not ashamed a person who
Oh
can
no,
barely speak?
Alexandria
She's your
Ocasio-Cortez. She's the
And
queen.
you know what?
She's the
It has
queen of the
nothing to
dead, and
do
everyone's
with
like, ah,
No.
the queen.
This
She's
is
like,
what's going on. Something wrong
AOC
with
bowed to
her.
Nancy
What are you saying?
Pelosi.
No
AOC
problem.
kissed her ring.
Lots of people older than her speak.
Sorry,
no problem.
Rogie. Sorry, Rogie.
Dick Van Dyke, he's 90 something, no problem. Mel Brooks, 94, no problem. There's something wrong with her. There's something wrong with her.
And we make the coronavirus treatment free for the patient. For our students, we provide emergency funds for our schools and universities. We help
Can you pause it
current
really quickly?
borrowers with their student.
Did you get that? That for the coronavirus?
Dee Dee,
it's
you're
gonna be
funny.
free. Did you get that?
No,
It's good.
I
Okay.
couldn't even understand what she was saying. I can't understand what she's saying.
I thought it was going to be affordable, Nancy.
I thought it was going to be affordable. Remember that?
Provide emergency funds for our schools and universities. We help current borrowers with their student debt burden and the GI.
Yeah. Wow, it's like she's really laboring just to talk. This is the opposite of what this moment calls for.
It's also killing her to say so many programs are going to be given to people. It seems like it's like she's in pain.
Yeah.
I've got an idea for a super chat.
What a joke of a party.
Bill benefits. We bolster SNAP and other initiatives to address food insecurity. For our democracy, we ensure that states can carry out this year's election and require early voting and vote by mail. I'm grateful to our
Can you
committee
pause?
chairs
Can
and
you
members.
pause? Can you imagine in the middle of this pandemic that she had to issue a state, she had to make sure in the state that we're going to have a fair election, so we're going to be voting by mail. What is the focus of this today?
No, I don't have to let us know what she's doing. She's not doing anything.
For their extraordinary leadership and work for America's workers and families. The Senate Republican bill put corporations first, but because of the insistence of Leader Chuck Schumer and Senate Democrats, progress has been made. We urge the Senate to move closer to the values in the Take Responsibility for Workers and Families Act. We must be bold and forward-looking in our thinking. We must be swift and evidence-based in our actions, and we must be prayerful. God bless the families of those who've lost loved ones and those fighting this terrible illness now. God bless our nurses, doctors, first responders, and men and women in uniform. God bless the men and women in our factories making medical supplies, cars, all of it, and those keeping our grocery shelves stocked with food. God bless the scientists racing.
God,
to
stop
change
saying
the
God bless.
God bless
You know,
all of
if
you
God was
and
so
your
fucking
God
awesome,
bless America.
why the fuck is there a goddamn virus going around the planet killing random people, you stupid fucking God-believing cunt? God bless? Oh yeah, God that controls everything. Thanks for killing all these people. We got over 10,000 people dead. Great. Yeah, God blesses everyone. Fucking A. These goddamn religious fucks.
She's just constantly, even if she's either she's on coke or she's trying to constantly. Her main objective when she gives a speech is to make sure her teeth don't fall out of her mouth, because that's what it seems like. That's disgusting. Shame on the Democratic Party. Shame on but she's a tool of the establishment, which is why she has that job.
See if the super chat goes through.
Ugh.
It's thinking about it. Oh, it's going through. It's going through.
Here's what Mitch McConnell has to say about it.
Why are Democrats filibustering the bipartisan bill they helped write? An appropriate question to ask this morning as the country waits on us. But let me give the
There
American
goes my
people
super chat.
a taste of the outstanding issues we woke up to this morning. Here are some of the items on the Democratic wish list
I
over
can
which
hear. I
they
said
choose-
I can hear Nancy's
over which
nasty
they choose to
teeth.
block this legislation last night.
Oh,
Tax credits for solar
Mitch
energy
McConnell.
and wind energy.
Oh, Mitch McConnell. Oh, Oh boy.
Well, I don't
Oh
see what
boy.
you're gonna give
Oh,
billions of
boy.
dollars right
Listen
now
me,
to
Congress, wait, Mitch McConnell talks.
airline industry
Oh boy,
and
I sound like a
barbershops.
turtle. It just came out of a
Why,
shell.
why wouldn't you give a
Whoa,
tax
look at
credit
that
to solar
sun.
power
Oh, some
right
bright
now?
sun
What-
there. Oh
what?
boy. Ooh.
Why is that? Why,
Gee,
why is that bad? Why is it bad to help one industry, but not bad to give direct cash payments to another? And then he's got that goofy look on his face, like they want to do solar. What? That's exactly what they should be doing, incentivizing business. Isn't that what you're all supposed? Oh, but you just don't like that kind of business because you're in the pocket of big fossil fuel. Oh, that's why. I forgot. That's right. You're 100% bought and paid for. Turtle.
Provisions to force employers to give special new treatment to big labor.
Big labor.
I'm going to do another super chat.
You know what another name for big labor is? Workers. Workers. Big labor? That's like the joke I used to do when they tried to say that I was telling the truth about Syria because I was paid off by a peace organization. I took money from a peace organization. I was like, yeah, I'm in the pocket of big peace. That's like that. You big labor. Big labor? You mean workers? So this is Mitch McConnell. That's his big problem. They want to do stuff for workers. They want to do something for a company that doesn't pollute. How dare you want to do something for a company that doesn't pollute and help workers at the same time? There's only so much a Republican can take. And you can see Trump, he doesn't even know who to listen to. Whichever way the wind is blowing, he's going to go that way. Okay. Let's see if I have more. I have one more. Should we take some questions? and then-
Yeah, take questions, take questions, take questions.
5 minutes, okay?
Take questions.
Kevin the Clay, Gavin, take care of my family and friends in the USA and Canada. We willingly and gratefully pay for healthcare with our taxes. Rich and poor get the same treatment.
Super chat.
Thank
Going
you,
through.
Gavin. Deadwood Drama Queens, Tulsi is Zionist Warhawk. Please see Tulsi Gabbard speaks to right-wing Christians United for Israel. CUFF Conference, isn't that 2015? Kyle Knitter.
Is this a wake-up call or our extinction catalyst?
Law 2020 by James Corbett. It has some very important information you may find valuable. Thank you so much, Kyle. Louise Brooks, South Park had an episode, and they tend to be pretty spot on about Elon flying the 1% to Mars, escape climate change, or Corona. I gotcha, Louise. Bradley Twyford. I will never vote for warmongers like Biden or Clinton. We don't owe our votes to anyone.
13,000 people watching this broadcast, guys.
Democracy. That
If you could get on there and
always
promote
fails
Trendy as
every
Dabbers,
time.
it would be awesome.
Ben Kavanaugh, capitalism equals cronyism.
Here's the link.
Capitalists always.
Here's the link. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Ben. Abdush Kanu, Rick Santelli.
Abdush
is
Kanu.
Rick Santorum's
Abdush Kanu.
brother.
I love that name.
Thank you so much.
Abdush.
Anthony Adillo.
Abdush.
Uber CEO also wants government to
Abdush.
bail out drivers. Okay. Yasmin H. Jimmy, my heart shattered watching your break in real time when she pivoted to the stump speech about having faith in leadership. Thank you, Yasmin. Girly Gamer 86. Inslee and Washington finally locked us down. Stay home. Right on. Matt McCullough. Why is no one talking about all the CEOs and big corporations stepping down? Haven't gotten to it yet. Chris West, maybe reach out to Rand Paul to see how a libertarian would work in this situation. Oh, wait. Good thing he's got Medicare.
No shit, right?
No name in healthy people, the mortality
That's a
rate
good
is
post.
4 times that of the flu.
Hey, Christopher.
Yasmin H, I saw how you have
Randall,
to
no,
look
I
away.
haven't seen you
Watch
in
her
there.
dare to look at you as all in the face and in spite in it with her sincerity. You're not a sucker. You're human.
No, if you
enough.
write Trendy as Dabbers, you gotta use my
Things
whole name.
should be.
Or I won't see you
otherwise.
probably.
Aw.
Dude,
Stephen Colbert.
Hashtag trendy
They're all
pain oil.
yelling in Trump's face to end the shambles of lockdown this joke of country is running. They want to sacrifice lives for the sake of economy. That's right. These people are absolutely ghoulish. You know, everybody's watching these zombie shows, right? You know what the real zombies are? It's us. We're walking zombies right now without knowing what our government is prepared to do to us so they can save the economy.
No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is a tis for all. Quarter of the hour. Cheers, everybody. Miss 710, huh?
Hey, baby, do you
We'll call
wanna
this one
narrow our
710.
social distance and flatten my curve? Thank you, PK. Arno's calling me. Hold on. Hi, Arno. It's right. How's that? Okay, better. Thank you. Bye. All right. PK, hey, baby. Thank you very much. Sam Crow Cali Dog. Americans' most prosperous times in the 20th century were brought to you by 90% tax rate and 35% of workers being union. Thank you so much, Sam Crow Cali Dog. Yasmin H., you're back. Painful as it was to watch, it gave me hope. Cynical hacks hurt, but genuine people like you who feel the pain and want it to end for all of our sakes make that pain bearable, surmountable. Thanks for your integrity. A Starfire, bravo, super cute little foxy. It looks like Brownie. Chuck Boyce Jr., I remembered. This is a difficult moment. We don't want 1930s depression, but we also want we don't want the Black Death either. I'm glad I'm not President of the United States. Name. Jimmy Dore, can I get your stimulus packet? My rigged economy in my southern state needs some of your revolutionary ideas. And afterwards, can you do me? name. My. Sean Graham, will we crash the economy with each pandemic now? I don't think so. 620, this is name. The fools in leadership think people will just go back to work if they start the economy back up. I'll tell you this, I will never go to work during a runaway pandemic. Good name. Event Horizon Singularity is real, Event Horizon. What's the difference between quarantine and general strike? Who cares? As long as you get the same result. I hear ya. Jim Garrison, so we'll let Trump and all the politicians die if they get sick and are over 60? Jack, thanks Jimmy and Steph. Cheers from Wisconsin. Hey, Wisconsin Jack. Kylie, Allen, Jimmy, how many times will you be fucked by typical grifting politicians before you start reading radical theory live on air? I guess we're gonna have to sometimes, Kylie Allen.
Two more.
2 more years?
2 more times.
Okay, 2 more times. James, Jimmy, I'm so sorry Tulsi broke your heart. Bernie broke mine. Solidarity forever, brother.
Fucking answered that. I love it.
We should have known yellow vest was the only way. Bronze division, I have no doubt that Trump is proposing this for the worst reasons, but have you read anything by Dr. Paul Offit? He's a renowned expert on epidemics and thinks our
Pineapple
efforts
Express
may be
action
more damaging
for
than
420
the disease
early.
in the long run.
No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is just for all. Cheers.
But I can't believe that Bronze division, that us staying in, self-quarantining, isn't the best way to go to flatten the curve. Come on. I don't want to go. You want to go? I don't want to go out there. Quid Orleans Boston Marathon got postponed from April 20th to September 14th. Okay.
Still not happening.
It's not going to happen, everybody. Gregory J. Broderick. I like the emoji. Alex Bacave. Consider the prison population of this country and how they will fare with the virus. Yes. Understood. J. Jersey Girl stuff. How to send you information. Corporate offices are closed, but Walmart stores are open. Walmart is packed with people every day. Now supermarket workers are elevated to essential workers. Yes. I don't know. I don't know, J. Jersey Girl. You know how I feel. We have family and friends that are working in these type of situations right now. Event Horizon Singularity Real. Happy 10-year anniversary to Obamacare. Here's to 500,000 more dead. Oh, dark. Diana X1111, or is it Diana 13? I don't know, Diana. I keep thinking about this Frank Herbert quote. No more terrible disaster could befall you, your people, than for them to fall into the hands of a hero. Ooh. Brave New Perth, excuse me. Can you ask Tulsi why she co-sponsored the bill, Resolution 600? It just skipped on me. All right, Jimmy, I'm gonna go back to you now. Okay.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna save the story for tomorrow because there inside this was released. This story was filed on the 20th. So Friday. 21, yeah. So this is written by this guy William Arkin, who we met at that thing that up in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, the event with Tracy.
Yeah. So this is the guy who he resigned from NBC News over their war coverage.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember him.
And but he's still an institutionalist.
Yes.
He still puts his faith in the New York Times and the Washington Post, even though they've failed unbelievably in my lifetime and continue to. So anyway, but this is a good story he wrote, but there's more to it. So he left out a lot of stuff, and I wanted to. So maybe I should wait till tomorrow. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So I'll cover the story tomorrow. because he did a
Read
good
more,
job of it.
Steph.
There's a lot of good stuff in here.
Read more
About
stuff.
what's going to happen if there's a martial law.
What's martial law?
Well, in here they say what martial law is. State governors and the respective National Guard units, not the federal government and the active duty military, are primarily responsible for it. So that's the good thing, right? So it comes from your governor. So like if the National Guard start doing policing activities in your state, that's going to be coming at the behest of the governor, which is good. Acknowledging that the most difficult questions ahead is what the military will play in what role the military will play in keeping order in America. On Thursday, Air Force General Joseph Leonard, head of the National Guard Bureau, cautioned against federalizing the state-based National Guard, which would rob them of their unique legal authorities to conduct law enforcement missions. So if you nationalize them, now those National Guard troops can no longer perform law enforcement duties if you nationalize them. But once military
Jabs, what's
forces
up?
are dispersed off bases in America, the senior planners say, they will have to contend with force protection and will be thrust into difficult general law enforcement roles.
I use XSplit Broadcaster to broadcast with. There's a lot to learn about it. It's probably kind of complicated, but that's what I use.
Restore and maintain order, ensure essential mechanics of distribution, transportation, and communication, and conduct necessary relief measures. That's according to an Army manual published last July. That's what martial law is. Martial law involves the use of the military to exercise police powers, and then to maintain order, ensure essential mechanics of distribution. So to basically make sure the country's running, and then you're a police state. Now the military is your police. The doctrine says federal military commanders shall not take charge of any function of civil government unless necessary under conditions of extreme emergency. Like, I'm going to guess we're there. And it also states that any commander who is directed or who undertakes to control such functions shall strictly limit military actions to the emergency needs and shall facilitate the reestablishment of civil responsibility at the earliest time possible. So what they're saying is the commander better really reluctantly take control, and then when he does, he better give it up as soon as he can. Okay. U.S. Northern Command, located in Colorado Springs, wrote its first contingency plan specifically for civil disturbance operations, called Con Plan 3502. They wrote that in 2007. Now, there was a lot of stuff he leaves out that Ronald Reagan did to prepare for this that he doesn't mention, which I don't know why. I'll show you that tomorrow.
Okay. Back to Steph.
The classified plan, hundreds of pages long, described a broad set of tasks where military
Trendy
forces could
paint
be
oil,
called
Pro
to
Dragon,
assist
thank
civil
you.
authorities in response to civil
Yeah,
disturbances.
trendy paint oil.
So the classified plan, which is Con Plan 3502, that classified plan, hundreds of pages long, describes a broad set of tasks where military forces could be called to assist civil authorities in response to civil disturbances. These include riots, acts of violence, insurrections,
I don't know what that is.
unlawful obstruction of or assemblages, groups, acts of violence, and disorders prejudicial to public law and order. So that's anything.
Okay.
That's anything. Riots, acts of violence, any acts of violence. Insurrections, that's anything. Unlawful obstructions or assemblages, again,
11,000
that's
people
anything.
watching this broadcast.
You could say you are not maintaining a lawful social distance from each other during this pandemic. I'm going to arrest you. Though the plan includes a broad listing of conditions where federal forces might be used, it also assumes a single location or region, and it posits a maximum force, level 3 force, of any Army Corps of some 20,000 to 36,000 personnel. Under the Insurrection Act. Now, the Insurrection Act, I think, was instituted in 1807. The Insurrection Act.
Robin, no law
under the
regarding cannabis.
Insurrection
Thank
Act,
you.
Con Plan 3502 says, if violence cannot be brought under control by state and local
love
law
it. I
enforcement
love it.
agencies and the state National Guard, well, then the president may use the National Guard, called the Federal Service, the reserves, then when called into active duty, and members of the armed forces to enforce federal law or to suppress an insurrection. So if the governor can't get it done with his National Guard, the president can then nationalize all the National Guard and he can send them in.
Okay, who cares?
The president may use the armed forces or the federalized National Guard.
Why do we have to
the
read
plan
all this
says,
shit? Couldn't you just
to make
explain it
arrests,
really quick?
conduct searches, and perform other traditional law enforcement
So
functions.
boring.
Functions. That's right, I said functions.
Whoa.
If needed to suppress any insurrection, domestic violence, unlawful combination, or conspiracy. So for anything. The conditions are not unlimited, as even there, under the Insurrection Act, the use of federal military forces is supposed to be justified only if civil violence or disruption so hinders the execution of state and federal law that the people are deprived of their rights secured by the Constitution and laws. So it's got to be an extreme situation for you to do this.
Randy Church, thank you.
Con Plan 3502 was modified in 2009 to reflect the original language of the Insurrection Act, adding instead provisions for use of federal forces to enforce the law in response to public health emergencies, but at the same time placing more onus on local commanders.
Onus.
So in 2009, they amended this, adding provisions for the federal forces to actually go ahead and do the law. So they're not supposed to be able to do that, but now they changed it, so now federal forces can enforce laws. If federal forces are called upon to enforce the law, the senior planner says, a lot more responsibility will be put on the shoulders of low-level commanders on the scene. So just maybe a corporal? I don't know, is that a sergeant? What is a low-level commander? Is there going to be some 24-year-old fucking sergeant telling me what to do? Yes, is that what's going to happen? I don't know. As it stands today, if they face a breakdown of civil authority or
It's like
outright
fucking
violence
5-minute
against
wait on the
themselves,
chat. To chat, you gotta
against
wait
the
5 minutes
military,
in between each thing.
Con
you say.
Plan 3502
You can't
isn't
communicate
much
with
help.
anyone that way.
The commander's decision to take action must always be based on necessity rather than convenience. This is all language that means nothing. To either the military commander or civil authorities, Army doctrine written last July states. The doctrine says that under rare circumstances, a commander may take prompt action,
Hey, Erica.
including direct law
Marinucci.
enforcement duties, as the circumstances reasonably justify. So they've gotten rid of all that.
I can't believe he's losing audience members. It's so boring.
They switched it under rare circumstances, and that is up to our discretion if it's a legit circumstance. We decide who the military.
But when Steph reads
Another
super chat,
Pentagon
they lose
directive issued in February
viewers too.
2019 instructs commanders to engage
A lot of people don't like
temporarily in
it when she reads
activities
super chat.
that are necessary to quell large-scale unexpected civil disturbances,
But at least they answer questions. You
even
know?
if they have no prior authorization to do so. So at your discretion, military, you guys jump in and fuck with shit. Commanders can enforce the law, the directive says, when necessary to prevent significant loss of life or wanton destruction of property and to restore public order. Wanton. Why are you putting wanton in there? Why would you put wanton in? How about to prevent loss of life or destruction of property? Wanton? Well, they were destroying the property, but they weren't wanton. Did they destroy the property? Oh, they destroyed the shit out of it. Were they wanton? No. Then we can't use the military. Why would they put wanton in there? Hey Siri, what's the definition of wanton?
As an adjective, it means of a cruel or violent action deliberate and unprovoked. Do you want to hear the next one?
No. And still another Pentagon directive issued a month later in March 2019 and dealing with public health emergencies authorizes military commanders to impose quarantine isolation and conditional release, and says that those who violate such orders may face fines or imprisonment. So you're gonna get a jarhead quarantining you, and he'll be deciding when you get released. That's what this says. That's what that says, right? Or does that say something different? Maybe I'm misreading it. Did you hear me read that stuff?
Yeah.
Do you think that's what that says?
Yes.
Those individuals or groups not subject to military law and who refuse to obey or otherwise violate an order issued in accordance with this issuance may be detained by the military commander until appropriate civil authorities can respond. So this is the Marines putting you in jail, or the National Guard. The senior planner agrees, saying that it is incumbent on the Pentagon to provide specific orders and rules of engagement for coronavirus. I'm just not sure that our troops, as good as they are, can be ready for something as widespread and explosive as COVID-19, the planner says. At the same time, he worries that the presence of uniformed personnel on the streets of America, rather than providing a comforting presence, will instead signal the use of federal force and martial law, just making the situation worse. So all that, and the conclusion is, there's a good chance that when these guys show up, they're going to make everything worse. So there you go.
Well, right now in the state of California, Jimmy, they're helping with distributing food in certain warehouses.
Right.
That's what the National Guard is doing at this point.
Now, what happens when the National Guard get the flu? COVID-19. They're all working close together. And this keeps going. What happens then? What happens when it starts spreading through the military? They all live in barracks. What happens?
Well, for example,
What's happening in prisons? They're already releasing prisoners.
3 Santa Clara County Sheriff's deputies test positive.
Wow.
Santa Clara is where they've lost.
On a wider note, dealing with the coronavirus,
A bunch
in
of people
the Bay
have died
Area,
there.
Distillers, brewers are making hand sanitizer.
Oh, fantastic! Can I just tell you this? They had another primary. You didn't know about this? They had another primary. It was the primary for all Americans that live abroad.
Oh, okay.
So guess who won? Bernie Sanders won.
Whoa, no shit.
Why do you think Bernie Sanders is the favorite? 2-1, by the way. He won. Why do you think that is?
Wow.
Do you think it's because people live in countries that already have the shit that Bernie Sanders is advocating for here, and they realize it's necessary and not fucking far out crazy lefty shit? That it's just natural, normal shit that everybody else has in the Western world? And the Eastern world. You know, Russia has Medicare for all. We don't. Bernie Sanders wins the Democratic abroad global primary. Bernie beats Biden by more than 2-1, picking up 71.8% of the viable votes against Biden. 180 countries were voting, the highest turnout in history. So those people already know about Bernie Sanders because they live with them.
Right on, Debbie.
These voters, here's the takeaway from this primary. These voters know how stupid the socialism fear-mongering is. Bernie's scary socialist? Are you effing kidding me? Bernie's policies are moderate. That's what people who live outside this country know.
Wow.
That's what people who live outside the country know, that Bernie's a moderate. Because he is. Bernie's a moderate. He's not a revolutionary. He's a moderate. That's what's so crazy about all this, that they won't even let us have a moderate. I'm not asking for Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. We're asking for a moderate. I'm not asking for Cornel West. I'm asking for a moderate. I'm not asking for Shama Shawant. I'm asking for a moderate. Number two, these voters watch less MSNBC. Keep that in mind. The voters outside the country watch less MSNBC. Keep that in mind. And three, unlike the rest of the primaries, Democrats abroad has a comprehensive voter protection program. There's no voter machines, triangulated and redundant reporting, vote observers at every step of the process, etc. And when you have that, Bernie wins 71% of the vote. So, the only hope that we have right now is that the coronavirus brings socialism to America. Right? That's what we hope. Because it didn't happen. The establishment has effectively blocked it again. So here's what I'm thinking. They're going to do that thing because it's a giveaway to health insurance companies where they're going to pay for all our coronavirus treatment. The government's going to pay for it. The health insurance companies aren't going to have to. That they're going to do that. And so my whole thing is, well, how can you treat coronavirus patients for 2 years straight, but not pay for some? So you got pneumonia because of the coronavirus. You need a ventilator. Well, here you go, and we'll pay for it. Oh, you have pneumonia and you need a ventilator from the H1N1 virus. Sorry, we're not giving it to you, and you have to pay for it. But wait, that guy gets a ventilator because he's got pneumonia for free. I have to pay for mine because I got it from a different virus. We both have pneumonia. Sorry. What if I have cancer? What if I have what if I have emphysema? What if I have another thing? No, go pound sand. You got to pay for it. So only if I get sick in this specific way you'll pay for it? Yep. You see how that's going to make people wake up, right? That should make people wake up. Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
To Bernie winning the abroad?
Nope.
Okay.
I got nothing on that one.
All right.
Read the chats.
I just want to remind people, this is from the UK. Rough sleepers in London are given hotel rooms. About 300 rooms are secured to help protect rough sleepers as Londoners heed advice to stay indoors. Homeless ended in London overnight. Homelessness ended in London overnight. Don't ever say again that it was inevitable, that it is inevitable. As soon as rich people were potentially affected, it was remedied immediately. Just like here in California.
Such a
Gavin
stupid
Newsom,
term.
the governor of
Call them
California, goes
homeless.
to bed
What do you
every
call
night.
them? Rough
He knows
sleepers.
108,000
Fucking
people are
idiots.
sleeping on the streets. His constituents. And those are people who are in the most desperate situations. And he said, fuck them. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to go get a tax credit for Amazon. Or for Apple. But now, he's got a plan to take care of the homeless. They have a plan to take care of the homeless in California like that. They have a plan to take care of them. Like that. and we wag our finger at Donald Trump. So you're telling me that every governor in this country isn't just as despicable as anything you say about Donald Trump? What kind of a fucking leader lets his people sleep on the street and he knows he can fix it, and he doesn't?
All of them.
That's a sociopath. This whole country, we're adult children of alcoholics. We don't get mad at the person screwing you. You get mad at the person who tells you you're getting screwed. That's what adult child of alcoholics do.
Yo, Tonka, what's up, son?
I know it very well. Okay, just a reminder, your governments are corrupt. We have a supermajority Democrats in California, and in the House and the Senate, supermajority. Plus, we have a Democratic governor. Do we have Medicare for all? We're the 5th largest economy in
Tanner.
the world. 5th largest economy in the world. Do we have Medicare for all here? No. Can't do it.
Yeah.
No way to get it done.
Let me tell you something.
Hey,
When
do we
slow
have
mode's not
homelessness?
on,
Oh, except now we can.
you can't see any of the chat. It goes so fast.
Assholes.
Actually,
Hey,
I kind
Siri,
of like
what
it
are the top
slow,
5 economies in the world?
but I hate when I want to say something.
Okay, I found this on the web for one of the top 5 economies.
5-minute penalty every time you chat.
Okay, here it comes. I'm going to focuseconomics.com. And it says the world's top 5 largest economies in 2023. Well, we're not 2023 yet. So fuck you.
Yeah, there's some conditions that might affect that 2023.
Hey Siri, what are the top 5 economies in the world?
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I found this on the web for one of the top 5 economies in the world.
I'll go to Investopedia. How about that?
Hey, look, there's a puppy.
This is by GDP.
There's the little puppy.
So the top economy in the world by GDP is the United States. The second country by GDP is China.
GDP. We're
So
number
United
one.
States, China, Japan, Germany, United Kingdom. Is that what it is? This is why would you make this confusing? Number 2 is China. Number 3 is Japan.
Yes,
Number
they're
4 is
married.
Germany. Japan's in front of Germany. Number 5 is India.
I don't
I
know,
thought that
Tonka.
California
I'm
was
afraid to
number 5.
ask.
And it says United Kingdom. Oh, so this is countries. This is countries. Okay. Hey Siri, California, 5th largest economy in the world. See what comes up. Okay, so this is from CBS News. Please, and you can open the door. Yeah, can you do me a solid? Yeah. Yes, please. California economy has surpassed that of the United Kingdom to become the world's 5th largest, according to new federal data. California's gross domestic product rose. It rose by 127 billion, surpassing 2.7 trillion. Meanwhile, the UK's economic output slightly shrunk over that time. So now, if you look at it like this, the number 1 economy in the world is United States. The number 2 is China. The number 3 is Japan. Number 4 is Germany. Number 5, California. If it were a sovereign nation, California would rank as the 5th largest economy in the world. And then after that is United Kingdom and then India.
5th.
Wow. California has a bigger economy than the United Kingdom. It has a bigger economy than India. The data demonstrates the sheer immensity of California's economy. home to nearly 40 million people. 40 million people. Is that more people than Italy? No, there's 80 million people in Italy, right? Hey Siri, what's the population of Italy?
As of 2020, the population of Italy
60 million.
1,540.
Okay. So 20 million more people. So California is powered by the technology sector in Silicon Valley, Hollywood, the entertainment capital, and the nation's salad bowl in the Central Valley agricultural heartland. Huh. Okay. California last had the fifth largest economy in 2002, but fell as low as 10th in 2012 following the Great Recession. Since then, the largest U.S. state has added 2 million jobs and grown its GDP by $700 billion. Wow. California's economic juggernaut is concentrated in coastal metropolises around San Francisco, San Jose, Los Angeles, and San Diego. Okay, so now let's do some questions. Wait, I got some text here from Ruby. Ruby
Questions.
says, California boasts a 3.137 trillion gross state product. Wow. Okay. So think about how much money they put into the banks. They put in almost 3 trillion already. So that's our total GDP here in California. They just gave it to the bank. Wow. All right, let's take some questions. I can't read this.
Oh, is Jimmy going to read the questions?
I can read it up there. So I start with, I keep thinking, New Perth? Can you ask Tulsi why she co-sponsored the bill, House Resolution 600? I reckon Tulsi will join the Republican Party. Please cover your Eurasianism. I don't know what, if you would have told us what HR Resolution 600 was, it would help.
Hey, will you put your pretty blue sign back on?
Yes, I will.
And I can read those for you because you were doing some other stuff.
Life of Brian says, if the health organizations had their way,
He wants
they
to read
would
them.
have quarantined the world over H1N1 and SARS. These people are authoritarian technocrats. Okay. Dylan V says, still love
Thinks
Bernie.
about
Wish
every
every
single thing.
Politician's main problem was being too nice. Well, look where it got us. Baby Gerald says, please get economist Michael Hudson. We've had him on to discuss debt forgiveness. An economics professor who rocks suspenders is someone you got to listen to.
Hello.
Clinton Cider Bear,
Arlo
13 is pure,
Glass.
Trump is right, New York tomorrow.
Anthony did a super
Paul
chat.
Elliott, if relief were a war, it would already be funded. Oh boy, that's good. Mac Berg, why are so many of Jimmy's subs MAGA chuds? Hey, how come some people who supported Hillary and supported Trump are in our family? That's life, right?
Yeah.
We're humanity here. And we got to stop acting like it's the parties over the people. It's the people for the people. So, what happened? JVL, endorsement may be to help her slander suit. Oh, that's interesting. Bradley Twyford, love you, Jimmy D. Why do you think Tulsi won't discuss details about her communication with the Bernie campaign?
Someone
wish we
shouted
knew
out
what
Johnny
was
Pain Oil.
said. We'll never know.
And did a super chat.
Joe Cronin show. If you upload
Anthony,
or
thank
go
you.
live more than
Anthony,
one
I'm gonna
time in
smoke for
24
you, buddy.
hours, YouTube
Thank you
won't
so
do
much.
everyone. Also depends on click.
That's the first time I think
And
anyone's ever
actually,
super
YouTube
chatted for
is
20
all
hours,
over.
bro.
I gotcha.
So I'll tell you about YouTube.
Oh,
Cheers
shit,
to
Steve.
you,
Really? You're gonna do it right
Anthony.
now?
So real quick, they do a thing. So
420
if you look at our videos,
Newfoundland.
so we used to just drop a couple.
No
of,
law
not
regarding
that
cannabis.
many
Cannabis
videos
is
a
intensive
week,
for
but 10 or
Anthony.
15.
Thank you so much
And
for
so
that.
now we're doing shows every day because of the quarantine. We're dropping way more videos. So some of our videos will get 200,000 or 300,000 views, some 400, 500, and then some will get 20,000. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, that's they're not sending out notices to people. So they already said, remember when they said, oh, we're not going to send out a notice for, even if you subscribe and click the bell, we're not going to send you a notice every time that show sends out a video because we don't want to spam you. They already subscribed and they clicked the fucking bell.
So what's the point?
So what is the point of doing that if you're not going to send them a notice, which they don't do it every time? Who the fuck knows what they're thinking?
Talking about
it's
my-
fucked up.
This is what I need to
They've been
talk to him
trying
about.
ruin YouTube since it fucking got great. You know that. That's what corporations do. They ruin shit. So, anyway, I'll throw it back up. So that's that.
Thanks, Jimmy. Otis B. Instead of a movement for the People's Party, the One Brother should change the name to the Movement for a Progressive Party.
Oh!
Perfect timing. D Big Fish 1988 warning everyone should be careful using hand sanitizer and cooking on the stove. Sanitizers contain alcohol and your hands can burn. Stay safe. Thank you so much. FNAF Plushvidge, vote Gloria La Riva / Leonard Peltier 2020. Thank you so much. Kevin Thomas. Thank you. D Big Fish 1988. Please bring on Giannis Varoufakis to discuss and money swap line. Yeah, Jimmy, we both want Giannis on the show. Julie Blake, Jimmy, I love your show. Even I don't know
10,000 people watching, guys.
Show my support for you, Julie. Thank
Have
you.
you seen this tweet going around? There's a tweet going around. No, I can't, but I certainly can't vouch for the veracity.
Veracity. I was hoping you were going to say veracity. So
So take this with a grain of salt.
Where's the stock market at today, guys?
I'm a
I don't even know.
neurologist at St. Mark's Hospital and also a Joe Biden supporter. I just saw his recent live stream and I'm concerned. He clearly recently had brain surgery, probably for a cerebral edema, swelling of brain fluid. My guess is that it was caused by untreated LGMA. What's LGMA?
LGBTQ. You know those alphabet people that stole all our alphabet letters.
Thank you, unions, for working people.
She's not going to read it. Probably said, you look sexy.
What is LGMA?
Kyle Knitter, Research Event 201 lockstep. These are scenarios the Rockefeller Foundation, GBN, ran in 2010 to usher in a Marshall-type program. The scenario they ran, the coronavirus-medical martial law. Ooh, thank you, Kyle. Matt Rayner, terrorismact.com bubble, housing bubble, climate change, Paris Agreement, shelter relief, COVID-19. What do all these have in common? Corrupt bankers on Wall Street. Gotcha. Timothy Potts, hey, I'm from UK. Do you believe it now? Time to take power away from the top private companies and redistribute the wealth. Try something new. Yeah, why don't they? Anthony.
So this guy, let's see, is he a real? No.
Anthony.
I don't think this
My
guy's
rep
a
to
real.
leave trillion money coin stimulus is the best. Okay, thank you. Back to you, Jimmy.
Why, if this was real, why would there just be one guy saying this? Wouldn't there be a million brain surgeons around the country going, hey, did everybody fucking...
Well, I say right
There'd
now...
just be one guy? That
When-
doesn't make sense if it'd be one guy.
I have to tell you, when I was watching the video, I thought it would have been very interesting if I was able, I didn't have time, but you put his debate appearance next to that appearance today.
Yeah.
He didn't look well.
No, he doesn't look well in this video today, but he certainly... But I don't think that's real.
Epic Abraham. Dear JD, you were always accurate. Please fact check more. Pandemic team was reformed. Economy recession can bring more deaths. Balance needed, like in South Korea. Low risk people wear masks plus test. Everyone. Yes. Epic Abraham. Am I close? All right. M92 quad. Earn It Act being snuck through the undercover of Corona. Earn It Act. Yes, it looks just like her. Epic Abraham, I think I'm trying. I'm sure maybe will tell me. As for the bailout companies, restrict buybacks. But
Oh,
it
it's
takes
not.
years to rebuild businesses,
I
so
was
it
right.
needs to be done jobs/UBO.
I was-
Back to Jimmy B.
I was correct. That is all bullshit. I was correct.
That guy's no brain
That
surgery.
guy's all bullshit. Just like I thought. Just like I thought.
Mr. Fixie says Jimmy's got a good bullshit monitor.
Yeah. So yeah, this is bullshit. And there's no such. I looked up LGM. I mean, I didn't fucking
That's
see it.
pretty funny that somebody throws in an acronym to sound even smarter.
Right.
God damn it, that guy knows how the world works.
Right.
You throw in a couple acronyms and people are like, what? The QUS? Oh, sure, the QUS is all over this. Ask Richard Wolff on Democracy at Work.
Oh, we should hit him. We should get him on.
Yeah. Harry C. Smith, DNC blocked it because of ridiculous loopholes, I believe. Stock buyback, which was a felony till like 84. Holy shitstorm. Only barred for 2 years even. Republican senators who wrote bill vetoed. Interesting. Harry C. Smith be back. Getting the Richard Wolff or Stephanie Kelton back on. You got it. I wonder if they're busy. Zoloft smoothie. Sanders wins 58% of the vote in the DA primary. It's the only primary with voters from all 50 states, and it's the hardest to rig. Coincidence? Whoa, Zoloft smoothie. Epic Abraham. Companies will pay people. Planes can't fly
For the
without
win.
pilots. Stores can't work without regular folks. You can't put millions on UBI.
For the win.
With divided Congress, it's not a system. Thank you so much. Jaybird, triglyceride and a pesticide is in your hand sanitizers and toothpaste. 0.0 and 5 grams going up. Whitney Webb has important info on her new site. Unlimited Hangout. All right, thank you, Jaybird, about Whitney Webb. Epic Abraham. Oh, let's see. Let's see what Ruby just texted me. Oh, here we go. Oh, she said it. Urshaf Alexander. Urshaf Alexander. Thank you so much, Urshaf Alexander. Medicare for all is necessary with some private insurance share like Australia, i.e., because you can't throw out millions of people out of work. Thank you so much. Analesh Krishnapal. Jimmy, money is debt, and vice versa. Thank you so much. Stephen Coase, what we need to do is use COVID-19 as a rallying cry for general strike. They want us to resume this economy that is based on a fiat by the bankers. We can all say, no, we are not returning to work indefinitely. That's going to take a lot of courage.
I gotta say, my friend Amy Smith was out front and supported by this shit. Before anybody. She was telling me stuff a month ago. Jimmy canceled your gigs. And I was like, what are you
You
nuts?
can tell me that.
Yeah, because
Thanks
I
for
was
saying that. Thanks for saying that. Sorry, everybody had to see that again, that moment. That's uncomfortable. Because I'm glad you sat on it.
And if I wanted, you would have said, what are you nuts listening to your friend? She's not a doctor.
Brandon, how many times have I said that to you? What are you nuts?
God, I can't even count.
I can't even remember.
I know, you know why? Because
Okay, this is from Brennan Ingram. Pelosi is sounding more like Joe Biden every day, right?
Right.
Jose Navajo. Jimmy, you have a business. No money's for you. Why for you? Jennifer LaFontaine, loan money to small businesses that they're forcing to close a loan, which
I can't
I'm
get
sure
this thing
will
really overdriven
come
at a
with
low volume.
Do not boycott Israel. Well, I found proof. The tests are 50% false positives. I'm doing a video on it now. Wow, Jennifer LaFontaine. Holy shitstorm. Jennifer Browse, for clarity on the economics, talk to Richard Wolff and Michael Hudson. They will give you an outstanding analysis. I'm sure they'd come on your show. I love you both so much. You keep it me sane. Thank you, Jennifer. Jody Hubble, drunk Carol Channing, Pelosi, The Naughty Vegan Republic Country Club is in Texas. Ted, please state you got it. Well, Amber 86, it sounds like Pelosi had a stroke at some point. Sherry Ford Nancy Pelosi and Biden tape the same slurred speech RX, thank you. Double O Woody. Nancy Pelosi's face doesn't move when she talks. Snicker. XGP 15A Mark II. That's why she's ensuring we're blocking this bill and concentrating on diversity instead of my grandma gonna die next week. Yikes. James Curtis, didn't I hear Biden say this wasn't about politics? Listen to what they say for scuff's sakes. It's all about politics. Matt Clark, I'm an hourly employee taking care of an autistic child in school. What the fuck is unemployment going to do for me?
So people say, so I see.
You can't see that.
I see this. People say that I let Tulsi off easy. And all I can say is, what question did you want me to ask?
Hey, buddy. Hey.
What was I supposed to say? I said that.
You're getting big. 50 pounds almost, huh?
Reminds your whole thing.
Big
well, my question is, how many of them went out and talked to Bernie about when he let us down in 2016 also? Like, did they let Bernie off the hook? Or did they ask him some hard questions this time around? Hey, it's hard, everybody. It's hard.
All I'm saying is that what I thought it was. Anyway.
Jimmy, you said before you wanted to talk to a libertarian. What do you think about having a chat with libertarian presidential candidate Adam Kokesh? Maybe.
Sure.
We'll have to read about it before we have him. Come on, boom! Remember callback. Steve Pishy. Remarkable how much she has in common with Aunt Clara from Bewitched. I wonder if she has a doorknob collection. Oh, boom! Unknown space pioneer. I'll make excuses for Nancy, but not everyone handles dentures well. These disgusting idiots need to be voted out decades ago. Lucky Llama. Evidence-based, don't tell Joe Biden that. Wink, wink. Gunstar 1. Pelosi is what Ron Placone would refer to as gin in the morning and afternoon and before a speech. D-Much. I don't think her dentures fit properly. Hashtag failure. Brennan Ingram, prayerful. From the person who we're supposed to turn to when prayers fail. Uninspiring stuff. Jimmy. Trendy as Dabbers can a live show 3 times daily. Once again, Trendy as Dabbers can is 3 times show daily. Trendy as Dabbers over 50 uses, but can't stop Nancy Pelosi's stupid dribble. Sorry, Steph and JD, we love you both. Mwah! I can hear Nancy's nasty teeth.
Trendy as Dabbers has over 50 uses, but can't stop Nancy Pelosi's stupid dribble.
Back to work whenever this is all over.
That was my first super chat. There's more.
So they won't fail. Okay. Oh, this is another name. Xenophobia. It's her effing dentures. I'll second guess Nancy when she starts crawling. Augustus Johnson. Moonborn unicorn. Right? Let's do a Mitch McConnell. Oh my God.
Did you know
I didn't know.
that the Vatican canceled Easter?
You can't cancel Easter.
You know how much stuff has to suck for the Pope to be like, you know what? This year Jesus stays dead. That's Jesse Case's joke.
Nice work, Jesse. No gods, no masters. Sent you all an email to get Libertarian presidential candidate Vernon Supreme on the show. Looking forward to hearing back from you all.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hashtag please or boost.
So you remember that there was an article that said that people were getting reinfected? I'm going to read this. Go ahead.
Okay, you're going to follow up everything now. Don't give special treatment to big special needs, Augustus Johnston. Trendy as Dabbers Candace live show 3 times daily. Is this a wake-up call or our extinction catalyst? Oh, yikesy. Oh.
Think about it.
Oh, it's you again. What's the name? Ruby keeps giving me names.
Is this a wake-up call or our extinction catalyst?
Zena Chernova.
She's like dark. She's thinking that's dark.
Zena. All right, and then this is holy smokes. Urshaf Alexander. So, You can be you can be a social democracy like EU without losing companies and payments. Maybe. Okay, David Trump. Let's summarize. Core of the world's doing everything to avoid paying taxes. Their workers and destroy the environment. Then they have the audacity to get pissed when people refuse to be actually gets it. Ron Burgundy is right. At least we get to be part of history. We get to watch what pro-capitalism failure looks like safely. You got it, Ron Burgundy. Thanks for stopping by. Chunky U656, Bernie Sanders has been in the pocket of the big poor his whole career. Thank you so much. The VFX by Art. Pelosi sounds like Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, baby. Joshua Irving, do you know that the adrenochrome is the white rabbit question mark? Oh, I'm not really sure. I don't know the reference. Yikes, sorry. Internet voting. Biden had base vote during the pandemic, and that's disgraceful. What's sociopathic is votes Biden asked base to risk their lives to give him. Didn't
Come on and rise and win. We're coming up around the bend. Yeah, yeah.
Boring PR. Pelosi got something in her mouth. I think she's chewing on a giant sausage. Delish. Right on, baby. Thank you, Boringo PR. GOP, when the middle class is more worried about toilet paper hoarders than their own government spending in their courts. Hey, Greg, remember when Rich told us keep shopping? Colby Donnelly, I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you, Colby. Little kitty. I'm kidding. I have to refresh. Hold on. Yeah, I do have to. I'm so close. There we go. Colby Donnelly, I appreciate you all. Thank you. Robert, small way to help with COVID-19. Set up Rosetta at home or folding at home on all your computers to donate spare processing power to medical researchers fighting the coronavirus. We'll repeat that. Small way to help with COVID-19. Set up Rosetta at home or folding at home on all your computers to donate spare processing power to medical researchers fighting the coronavirus. I don't know what means for Taja Lee, Jimmy, I just want to send you one virtual. You are a warrior, a true teller in response to COVID-19 is inspiring. Please don't blame yourself for believing in truth. I think you will and should do what you believe in. Oh, Tasia, we are John Walker. I wonder if the fear is the virus or the clearing of me generation and the national identity crisis that follows. What do you think? Oh my God, that's a brain. It's a lot to think about. Harry Smith, predicted drop in U.S. GDP by as much as 50% within 6 months, and 30% unemployment, 5% higher than worst rate in Great Depression. Thank you. Justin, thank you so much. Tisha T. Jimmy, this is straight to you.
There's a place up ahead I'm going, just as fast as my feet can fly. Come away if you're going. Leave the sinking ship behind. Come on and rise and win. We're going up around the bend. Oh. Bring a song and a smile for the banjo. Better get while the getting's good. Hitch a ride to the end of the highway where the neons turn to wood. Come on, rise and win. We're going up around the bend. Oh.
It's a push towards authoritarianism and the rich is driving politics. 8 years in Gillette Commanders literally abuse women illegally. Please watch Medical Martial Law by James Corbett. Thank you for the book.
You can ponder perpetual motion. Fix your mind on a crystal day. Oh, it's time for a good conversation. There's an ear for what you say. Come on, the rising wind. We're going up around the bend. Yeah, yeah.
And close Blue Island Police Department. Kashaya K-Rod, thank you so much. James, come on, Jimmy. Forget about moderates. We both want Kashaya to run. After all, moderates are good faith.
Got to ride to the end of the highway, and we'll meet by the big red tree. There's a place up ahead and I'm going. Come along with me. Come on, rising wind. We're going up around the bend, yeah.
Democracy is the way to go. Government should be managers, not lawmakers. No Congress, no president to veto laws. Laura Bull.
Do 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 do
Fedegriff, we can dispute the details, but I have 50% of the population need to vote for something for it to pass, so minority
Connie.
can't impose on majority. Thank you. Feldiagriff, people have to come to a consensus instead of being swayed by propaganda of a moment and 20% on veto. Carrie Mullins, thank you. Linda Merrill, thank you so much for all that you critically needed daily shows and for lifting our spirits while you shine a light into dark and evil places. Dicto and Linda Merrill, love you too. Stephen Post, pay to cancel all student debt with $3 trillion. Thank you, Stephen. Anthony Merte at ARLO Glass says, hello, trendy establishers. Thank you so much. Space 99 Yak, without the petrodollar, USA would be a third world.
I think I just said
David
we love you
Melford,
guys.
Was Ivanka Trump friends with the Hill? I don't know. Then 217, my work will only approve paid 2 weeks of sick pay, only with a positive COVID test? The only way to get the test is being really sick with it. Jesus Christ. Oh! Please bring Michael Tracy back to your show. I'm sure we will. You got no problem with that. I don't know your name. I don't know what that name is, but it's pretty. Max Hendricks, please stop Bolshevism. Thank you. We'll do our best. Space 99 Yak. Is Corona really the start of a fascist takeover? Ben 31. What should Jimmy do now? What should Bernie do now, Jim? That's a good question, Jim Jan.
You should drop out and in exchange for being able to run the Democrats' coronavirus response. That's Crystal Ball's idea. I second that. So if they say he's still in the race, he's going to do a recess and leverage to get policy concessions in the platform. That comes with this. Should do so, or if he's trying to get Joe Biden to concede anything to him. It's just what, so again, the only power you have, and this is the same power Bernie
Down on the corner,
what you know,
I
can
in the
tell
street.
people not to vote for you. They know he's never going to do that, which is why Bernie will never extract meaningful concessions from them.
Tigran Kafkas, thank you so much. Ken S, I subscribe and hit the bell to look forward to getting an alert for every video. I'm sure we all feel that way.
Early in the evening, just around supper time,
Thank you so much.
over by the courthouse, they are starting to unwind. Four kids on the corner trying to bring you up. Willie picks a tune out and he blows it on the harp. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bringing a nickel, tap your feet.
Rick Network, if you would love Adam, he's anti-war and a vet. Okay, thank you, Rick Network. Erica Simmons, please stream tomorrow. Send do the best we can. I'm sure we will be. Hardwood, I'm going to take a few bucks to support anyone willing to start.
Crusoe hits the wall sport. People got to smile. Blinky trumps the good bass and the solos for a while. Poor boy twangs a rhythm out on Kalamazoo. Willie goes into a dance and doubles on kazoo. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bringing nickel, tap your feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bringing nipple, tap your feet, bringing nipple.
Fault Line Radio, thank you so much. Ryan Larson Kokesh was on stage during Chrysler's Winter Soldier speech. He's a hardline libertarian, but a great anti-war voice. This vet endorses an interview. Okay, Ryan Larson, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so
You don't need a penny just to hang around. If you got a nickel, won't you lay your money down? Over on the corner, there's happy noise. People come from all around to watch the magic boy. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bringing nipple, tack your feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bringing nickel, tap your feet.
Thank you so much. We've had on our show subjective love. There are businesses out there that want to pay their people full salary but can't because there's not. This puts employees up further because they want to ensure a job for them. Thank you so much, subjective love. James 77JL. JD, Steph, please don't give up on Tulsi. Love your show. Thank you, James. Steve, Philosophist.
That was fucking
I love
fun.
when my wife gives
Let me take the
permission.
doggy outside. I'll be right
Thank
back,
you
all
so
right?
Much. Jimmy Dore's illegitimate son. How are you, honey? Watching Jimmy realizing Tulsi didn't have a strength in her commission is heartbreaking. Come on, Ruby. Put up the Pinger 1P video so we can get a laugh. Okay.
Makes one tap your feet.
If only my name was pretty
Shit.
as you, Steph.
Shit makes me wanna
thank
get up
you
and tap
so
your feet.
much. Why can't I?
Gotta get up and tap your feet.
Oh, before. Are you my really fine that name? Tell me in a second. I'll come back to you. All right, Brian. Oh, I'll come back to that later. And let me see if I can move up this one. Hold on.
Down
Last one,
on
hard
the
to say.
corner.
Stormtrooper Bernie disappointed me again, like in 2016. Hashtag Dem exit. Thank you. Let me see if I missed any other one. That's it, I think, JD. But all right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yes, that was it.
Somebody shouted me
GDP,
out.
We're done for tonight.
that?
It's 8:18. Will you say
must have
goodbye
been
to the
talking over it.
audience?
Okay, goodbye to the audience. Thank you so much. Let me get in the middle. Oh, I forgot to turn on the water. Okay, everybody. I'm starving.
We can do a half of a grilled cheese.
All right, thank you everybody for watching.
Take it,
and,
Ruben. I'll be right back.
We'll see you next time. And thanks for your donations, and we'll see you next time. That's it. There's no live day. There's nothing to say anymore. No live shows. The fucking bummer. But I do have my. This isn't my what I call my Star Trek sweater. I'm very, very happy with it.
I like it too, JD.
Look how it. See. Oh wait, I always get it back.
Oh, it matches. That's what you're doing. You're like, oh, somehow it matches. That's nice. All right. You're probably gonna see everybody tomorrow.
Probably will. Probably will. How many people were watching? Look at that. A lot of people.
Little bit cold outside. A little bit cold outside. I wonder if the house is following us up here. I don't see the kitty. I don't see the kitty. Oh, it got so quiet when Jimmy Dore shut down, didn't it? We were playing music. I gotta tell you, man, I'm just not getting the overdrive sound I need at such a low volume, but I don't understand how I get more overdrive there. Okay, you guys are all gone. Ha! Wow. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. I'm just gonna on seeing why my overdrive is so quiet. It's got that fucking master. Got the gain turned all the way up, man. Guess it's just fucking might need some new tubes in my fucking amplifier. Let's see what it's doing. Let's see what it's doing here. It's a heavy beast, man. I see the problem. All right, I knew there was something up. God damn it! I can tell. Hey. It's like I knew that thing had more overdrive. Somewhere out on the horizon, out beyond the neon lights, I know there must be something better, but there's nowhere else inside. It's survival in the city, when you live from day to day. City streets don't have much pity. When you're down, that is where you'll stay. In the city, oh, ooh, in the city, oh. I was born here in the city, with my back against the wall. Nothing grows and life ain't pretty. No one's to catch you when you fall. Somewhere out on the horizon, far away from the neon sky, I know there must be something better, and I can't stay another night in the city. Oh. in the city. Ah. Let's go a little louder. That's the highway to hell, right? Living easy, loving free. Season ticket on a one-way ride. Asking nothing, leave me be. Taking everything in my stride. Don't need reason, don't need right. Ain't nothing that I'd rather do. Going down, party time. Well, my friends, they're gonna be there too. I'm on the highway to hell. 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 No stop signs, speed limit. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Like a wheel, gonna spin it. Nobody's gonna mess me around. Hey, Satan, paid my dues. Playing in a rockin' band. Hey, mama, look at me. I'm on the way to the promised land. I'm on the highway to hell. 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 Don't stop me. pretty martially. Once the cable's plugged in, right? All of a sudden, I can't feel my fingers. Kind of fun to play like that. Play with your fingers. Rogan's sitting on my cable. He pulled the cable out. Your big butt pulled my cable out. Pulled the cable out of the amplifier, buddy. No more sound. Yeah, well, that's just not true. So you're lying, and 21 other people disagree with you. So fuck off, you're a liar. You get lied. You lie to me. You're fucking gone. You're just jealous because my shit sounds so fucking amazing. It does sound awesome. I could sit here and play all night. If my fingers would let me. Can I plug this back in, please? Thank you. Thank Lines fall on my face and hands. Lines fall from the ups and downs. I'm in the middle without any plans. I'm a boy and I'm a man. I'm 18 and I don't know what I want. Gotta get out of here. Mom and Dad's coming, drinking beer all night long. I've got a baby's brain and an old man's heart. Took 18 years to get this far. Don't always know what I'm talking about. Feels like I'm living in a middle of doubt. I'm 18, gotta get away. I'm 18, I just don't know what to say. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the sound. All right. Thank you guys. Hope you had a great night. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys take care. Remember, all the information you need is right here at trainingazdivers.com. And I really appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to the guitar playing. This is having some fun. All right. Bye, guys. Yes, you will have my full attention now, dog. My full attention.